Hey everybody, so for those of you that still are around this channel, thanks for being subscribed again. My first channel got hacked and deleted, so that didn't work out too hot for me. So I'm gonna try to restart this one. I got a couple subscribers, but if you guys like Forester slash golf installs and stuff like that, then feel free to like and subscribe. I tried looking for a video slash help on how to get these wired up, and there's not really much information for them. So this is a 04 Forester, I believe it's an XS, so it has a 5-speed, and that's about the only thing that's cool about it. Otherwise it's pretty base model. It does have heated seats. I think that's about it. It's in pretty rough shape. Yeah, it's an XS, so it's got the EJ, and then it's got plenty of rust. So you gotta love that Illinois salt. So anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video on these so you guys can hopefully follow the same wiring that I'm gonna figure out here, as far as wiring these up to a non turn signal mirror car. So I'm at the same time I'm also adding in the tweeters. So in my car the pigtail was already here to plug into the tweeters, which was helpful, so you don't have to run the wire down to the speaker. So I just did a little extension and then cut the old one off of the original tweeter and then plugged this in. So I got the cover and the tweeter off of eBay, and then just put in some Dyne Audio tweeters that I have from my Volkswagen stuff. So here's the original tweeters that come with them actually. So you just unscrew this and pop them off, and that's it with that. But anyways, for the mirrors, I'm gonna take apart that side and then I can actually show you what they're gonna look like. So this is my 06 Forester here, and it has the same thing, the turn signal mirrors. So essentially what we're gonna do is take the signal from our brakes and our turn signals in the back and then just send it up front so we get it there instead. So I'll just lock it here so you guys can see. So those are the lights that you're getting when you get the turn, and then they should both go at the same time there. So you can really do the front or the back turn signal. The choice is yours. So for me the rear was easier, and so I just went that route. But this one also has the tweeters, and then I put Dyne Audio speakers in this one as well, but this is more of the daily. So this one's automatic too, so the other one is more for a fun one for me to kind of work on. Here's what the door and mirror on here right now look like. So we have no signals. On here right now are heated mirrors, so those turn on, I believe, with the heated seat button in the middle, I think. Here's the tweeter all set up with the pigtail on it, and then I just trimmed the surround there a little bit and ran my wires through the middle there. So they're just some Dyne Audio tweeters, so they don't fit in there very well, but it's in there good enough. Your step one is gonna be grab a drill. You're gonna need a Phillips and a flathead to take off the door panel here. There's 2 Phillips heads in the door, so one is behind here, so you can crack that open and see the Phillips, and then your other one is going to be inside the handle here. So there's another one of those plastic covers, so you'll see there's a hole on one side. Put your screwdriver in there and crack her open. So this one is actually connected, but there's your second Phillips there, and then this one sometimes will come right out, so it's just a little clip, so when you put it back in, just slide it back in there and pop her back in. So step one's gonna be getting those Phillips out, and then make sure you don't lose any of this stuff so you can put it back. So let's take these out. Okay. So once we got those out, here's what we got there, 2 Phillips and that little plug. Now that we've got that screw out, go ahead and take this plastic molding out. So we'll just pull up from the middle there. And there's one more little clip up front here. Just pull that out. There's a little clip up front. And then you've got your 2 connectors here, so go ahead and disconnect those. Then your other piece is the front of this handle. This surround area here comes off the whole thing. So I normally just get a flathead back here and just pull off. So there's little tabs around the sides there. I think I broke one of them off over here, but you can probably start on the other side and do it and then it won't snap. But I have a couple extras of these, so I'll throw a new one in. So then your old, where your tweeter's gonna go, if you got the tweeter, is right here. So this piece just pulls off 3 little plugs there. There we go, so you can pull that off. And then you'll see that you have your tweeter plug actually in here, or at least my car did. So that's where you're gonna plug your new tweeter in with your old pigtail. So you can just do whatever you want with this cover. Now just grab it from here, or your best spot that you can, and just give it a good yank, and then it should come right off. There we go. So when it's actually on here, it's gonna be on here like this. So to take the panel off, you're gonna wanna go out like this. And then once you have it here, you can grab here and then just wiggle it off. So pull up after that and it'll come right off. So now you got your whole door card off. And then this connector here is your mirror. So you just push this black piece in, pull up, and that'll reveal. So we got 5 pin here. You're gonna wanna remove these 2 plugs. So these are just little plastic plugs here. And those are gonna reveal 2 more Phillips heads. Hopefully you can see those. So the only thing you have to pull through with it is this guy here. It is inside of a little grommet, rubber grommet kind of thing, so you can see it pop out there, that little silver piece. But you just go ahead and pull it out. The 06 to 08 JDM Forester, but they are beat up. So I'll show you how to take this black surround off, because I'm going to be wrapping mine black, same as that one. So you can kind of see the finished product here, but I'll show you guys how to get that done too. I'm not a professional wrapper by any means, but they're staying on there okay. I have a little bit of dents in there, but good enough for this car. It's not perfect by any means. So now for this, we're gonna go ahead and remove this back plane here. I'm gonna try to do my best to show you this, but under the mirror here, see that white part, and then see this little hole right there. So you're gonna put a flathead in there, and then the white part is gonna break apart from the actual mirror. So there's one on both sides. Sorry that it's hard to see. It is kind of a bitch to take this out, so trying to show you this a little better. So there's my screwdriver in there. Now that this is apart, see the white part is, so those black little clips right there is what clip into the white part, and then this is how you then break it apart. So now what you're going to want to do is pull the mirror upwards, or technically if you're looking at it this way, you're going to want to pull the mirror down and actually pull it out of the top white mounts. So let me try to maneuver this out and see if I can figure it out myself. These hooks right here is what I just pulled out. So those hooks go onto these 2 hooks, and then that's it. So they're just held on there, and then that's where the white piece snaps in down there. So these 2 here are your heating elements. So let's go ahead and disconnect those. So now you have your whole mirror out. So now you have your white piece in the way here. So those are your 2 motors that spin and then make it go up and down. So your back plane here is held on by a couple clips. If you want to actually get all of them without cracking any, you got to take out this whole mechanism and get it out of the way. So for me, I'm able to get it out most of the time. This clip, and then this clip on the side here. And then I think there's one more that you can get to. Yeah, see way over there in the corner. So there's your last clip. Hopefully you can see that. It's buried in there just a little bit. So it's right here on the very back there. So you're gonna have to shove a screwdriver way back there and then get in there. So you got that. And then these other 3 clips that are pretty easily accessible. So you're gonna wanna start on the top and pry these 2 down, and then just slowly pry around the rest of it until you can snap it off. So that's just after the top there. I got this whole top piece to come loose. You can, and if you want to replace your LED here, you can also get to your connector and screws here. So I believe it's just this and this holding it on, and then that should be it for you. And then your connector's here to swap that out. So now that we've got our cup off, so here's all of our connectors. As you can see, they're just little push down connector type things. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the process of wrapping mine. First thing I'm gonna do is wipe it off real well. So now what I do, and once again, I'm not a professional at wrapping. Obviously you can tell about this shit, so just go ahead and heat her up, and then you're just gonna stretch it around what you're working with here. Alright, so I got that pretty good. So I just kind of work a corner at a time, or a side at a time, and then I save the very edges for the end, because the edges are the hardest for me at least. So there's your edge there. They don't have to be perfect, but this lip is going to then clamp it almost. At least for the beginning here, so I still have to trim on the inside here, but my edges are far from perfect, as you can see, but for me this is going to be able to work, and I don't really know how to wrap that well, so for me it'll work. Alright guys, so I just got that trimmed down a little bit. So here's our mirror pack. When you're putting this back on, you're going to want to make sure that your lip for this upper lip here actually goes inside of the top lip of the mirror here. There you go. And you'll feel all of your clips actually clip in there, and then now you're all finished up here. So that's gonna be good enough for me, and now we are ready to put the actual mirror back on. Go ahead and hook those little terminals back up. So you're gonna want to push the bottom down all the way like that, and then hook these on here. So see how those are gonna hook on? So now those are hooked and on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and push my white piece down the other way, or pull this up in other words, and then you're gonna want to click. Oh, see, mine already came out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do this with 2 hands, but it's a hook and then a click down, and then just pull up to make sure it's actually on there. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys once I'm done here. So now that you're connected there, you can move it around a little bit and make sure that you're actually connected. So let's go ahead and jump over back to the car and actually install this on there. You're gonna want to put your pigtail through this hole here. So once you got that on, you can go ahead and thread your screws in here. Alrighty, so there's our 3 screws back in, just the Phillips. So now we've got our pigtail out here, and then our original connector there. Your bolts might be cleaner than mine, but if you live in the Midwest, they're more than likely gonna look like this. Yeah, mine are completely rounded. Let's see. No chance. Okay, got one there. Alright, so we got those 2 off, and I might have replacement bolts that are a little cleaner in my Subaru box over there. I'll go look, but I'm gonna get a extractor socket. Hopefully I have a 10, and try to take them out like that. And that thing's fucked. Alright, let me see what else I got. There we go. So the turn signal is the big middle one. Change these 2, just turn these, pull her out. There's your turn signal. So this is your positive end, this blue here, and then on this side it's green. So these are going to be the wires that we're tapping into, and then running up to the front. So you really only need 1 lead from back here. I'm just going to do positive and negative because I have speaker cable, so it's a 2 conductor. So I'm going to send that all the way up front, and then you're going to follow all the way through all this trim, and then we got to go through the door, jam there, and then up into this. So 1 wire through here. It's going to be the same thing for the other side, just so you know. So you're going to tap in. I'm doing positive and negative because I have a speaker cable. So we're going to tap into this blinker signal here, and then I just put 1 more piece of tape up here. So this is a grommet. It's a rubber grommet to pass these through. So I just took a scissors and poked a hole through on the side here, and then that was enough room for me to be able to push this wire through the hole, so it's water sealed enough. And then on the side here, there's 1 Phillips here, and then this is like a little net thing, so you got to unscrew this. And then once you pull this back, there's clips for your carpet here, and then you've got this here too. So this wasn't on the 06, this was only on this one, but then that gives you enough room to get your hand back here, and then you're going to be able to in turn get it to these cables back here. So then once you get those out, go ahead and pull your speaker cable out, pull it back through, and then all we're going to do pretty much is be tucking it up underneath all this plastic trim, and then you're going to go down the seat and straight up front. You're going to go through that path through here, then you're going to run it up underneath this. You can pop these covers off real easy, just clips on the back. They just cover your seatbelt buckle thing, and then that. So here's the wire right here, and that goes down under there, comes down, goes in this hole, and you can pull this off and then snake it behind here. So go under here, come out here, and then you can pull this piece off as well. This is this whole piece. So just start up on the corner here, pry it off, and then when the wire goes under here, you can just push it along with your finger. Continue from here. This piece pops off as well. You can run all the way under there. Make sure you pop everything in, and then run it up, pop it out the top here. So you're gonna want to take this trim piece off, which there's 1 piece here, which is this little ply. So there's that cover, which is this on it, and then you just pop this up, and then this will pull out. So it should look like that when you pull it out. And then on the inside here, there's a thread that has this giant flathead on there, so you can use a little flathead, or you can pull it out, and then that'll come out too. And then you're going to take out this piece here, your trim piece under the door there. So luckily on this side, right above your grommet here, there's a hole. It's real tight, but there is a hole there with this rubber piece in there. So what I'm going to do is, I got my wire up through there just by fishing it through right here, and then I'm going to pop a hole at the end of this and then run it through this and then put my piece back in there. So hopefully this will help for water and all that, so I shouldn't have anything to worry about as far as that's concerned. Push it through like that, so that's how it'll be actually coming out now. So let me push this back out through all my slack. Okay, so now that I'm getting up here, I'm gonna push this in, and I should just be able to pop this right back in my hole there. There we go. So now you got a pretty clean way to come out there, and then you just put your grommet right back over it, and you should be good to go. So there we are after that cut on the side there. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that. So you just use your scissors, make a cut right there, and then push this grommet back into place, and then your wire will go through there. So not too bad of a spot for it, and hopefully it'll be okay enough for the weather and everything. And then now your LED wire is officially in place. The emergency light's on for now to be able to test. So your turn signal is going to be green and white, and then your ground is going to be green, your white is going to be hot. The other one is cut your pigtail off of your other mirror, and then make sure you leave yourself a little bit to splice it back together if needed, so then you don't have to cut off this connector down here because it's kind of short, so you're going to have to extend the wires otherwise. So now you have plenty of room to kind of connect everything together. So it turns out that my mirror button here was broken. So every time I would push it, nothing would happen because I put the wires together the same way as my old one. So I'm like, what the fuck, it should be working right. So I grabbed my one from the 06, and sure enough, everything works just fine. So just got the wires connected for this left side here. The other cool thing I figured out is these must be like the legit STI ones. So they have these two extra wires, have the like the power folding mirror. But yeah, so there's no extra wiring for those in the US ones because they were never an option here. For your left side here, if you have the heated option, these two yellow wires go to the two black wires up on top here. But your two yellows on the original side go to the two black on your new mirror. And then on the original side, your blue with a white stripe goes to your purple. Your green with a white stripe goes to your yellow. Your red goes to your pink. And your black goes to your blue wire. Yeah, so that's how to get this one working. And then if it's not working, you can't figure it out, you might have to replace your button there, because I was fucking with this for like 2 days and I could not figure it out. I thought my battery was dead or something, but just ended up being this little module back here. So I'll grab a new one from the junkyard or on eBay or something and get that swapped out on here. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side finished up. So for my passenger side, I can't get it to go down. Can't get the down to work. So I'm just gonna have to push it down if I want to go down. But I got everything else to work. So if anybody knows how to do it with these colors, I have a bunch of red, so it's good enough for me to do it for now. So anyways, I'll go ahead and let you know the color combination here. So your gray and brown are going to be your folding power, and then your two blacks are going to be your heat, and then there's one black on this side. I had to extend the wires because I didn't use the pigtail thing here, so don't be like me. So we got up, left, and right, but no down. So the wire's hooked up to it, but it just doesn't do anything. So I don't know if I have them mixed up or whatever. So if anyone knows, feel free to put in the comments, and then I'll be sure to fix it. But for now, this is good enough. So we've got our green wire here is going to purple up top. Our red and blue wire is going to yellow. Our red and yellow wire is going to pink, and our just normal red wire is going to blue. So if anyone has a idea on how to get that to work with the down also, feel free to drop it down below. So just wanted to add in, I did just go check the mirrors on the 06 on the passenger side, and I'll put up some pictures now of the wiring and how to do it, but feel free to pause it on this if you need to see the right side from an 06 to 06 heated mirrors. So but yeah, they my car doesn't have the heated option, but if you do, you're just going either yellow to black or black to black. Alright guys, just got the door panels back on. So to put those back on, you just follow the opposite of what we did in the beginning there. But that's what it looks like with tweeters in there, and then the new mirrors. So got everything all hooked up. Turn signals are working. Make sure your rear turn signals are good too. Just do a walk around the car. We're all good. Now we got all that hooked up, so I'll swap this out. This is what was broken for me. Nothing. So yeah, nothing for either. So I'll swap that out for me, and then otherwise you guys will be good. Yeah, I'm working on the suspension here, so I've got to get this lowered, so this will be the height of it when I put these other max beating rods on. I have two sets, so this was the set that's on there. and they are completely stuck. So I have a less shittier set here that used to be on this car. So I'm gonna swap those over. You can see how crusty these are. So I'm gonna work on getting these off, and then I'm doing some paint work here. So there was 2 big ass holes. I have a little bit of patching left, but it's looking a lot better than what it was before. And this side is even worse. So this side, all this was completely open right here, and this was a huge hole here. So it's looking a little bit more normal now. I'll sand it down and then just do my ghetto paint job on it and call it good. But yeah, so love these mirrors. So hopefully if you guys have a similar spec to this car, those that wiring should help you guys out. But otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys want more Forester content, or if you need help with something, etc., feel free to hit me up and let me know what you guys need help with. So I'll be seeing you guys soon, hopefully. And thanks for watching. Peace.
Drug money, bill money, heard they got life for me, how they got life for me when they took that from me. Since I had my nose, really, yeah.